Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is James and welcome to the first workout in the James Campbell Collective series. Now, obviously we've had a few other activities today. We had my introduction this morning and I'll be doing those introductions every day this week, and I will also be doing one of these classes every day this week. My plan is to hopefully get everyone involved to a point where you're consistently making progress. Even if you're a beginner now, you're going to be starting now. We're going to be starting very simple, very light, and we're going to be working it up over the next coming couple of weeks and months, so that by the end of it, you've made a significant amount of progress and you can look back, you can see where you've come from, and hopefully you'll start to enjoy it and take it further in your own life and make it a big part of your life. Because fitness for me was such a big thing. Starting fitness kind of changed my whole life, so I hope to kind of have that same impact on all of you. So today what we're going to be doing is a very simple chest workout. It's going to be kind of beginner's chest workout but we're going to be making use of everything in your house, using kind of body weight. A few of the objects from your house will be included to try and add some weight to the workout, but most of it will be doing body weight workout to get you ready and get your obviously chest activated. Now we're going to be starting with a very light warm-up followed by some shoulder mobility before we actually get into the workout, and I'm always going to recommend that you start with some mobility and warm-ups, and that's what we're going to be basically doing every single session from here until the end. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Now the way that we're going to create some weight is we're going to be using these cans and Tesco bags. Now you want to get 4 of pretty similar sized cans, or like split between each bag. So you don't want a lot of weight in one bag and then a lot in the other one, or a little in the other one. You want them to be as close to each other as possible. So obviously you've got 2 there. We're going to swap. Yeah, so that's about equal in terms of weight. So if you just look on the can, typically it's going to say obviously how many grams it is, but they're going to be about equal in weight. Now we use a clear bag for demonstration. What you're going to do, just throw them all in, but you're going to throw them in lying down. So I'm putting them in like this, and I'm going to put 2 rows like that, so that it creates kind of a flat bottom. Then what we're going to do, quite simply, fold the top like this so we've still got the handles, and get this nice and tight down here, and then we're just going to wrap this up. And now you should have the handles still available. You're going to need some tape for this and some scissors. Ask your parents before you use the cans in the house. Obviously if you live alone, you don't need to ask your parents, but if you obviously taking your parents' cans, then they don't want you to just steal their food and use it as weight. But if you're all good to use them, then you wrap them up in a bag like this. So you get your tape, if I can get some tape, and literally all we're going to do is just tape this handle down. Try to make sure you've got as much of the handle still available to hold, and just tape it. And obviously if you have the tape to spare, do wrap it up. You don't want these to fall out on you. Doing whatever you can to make this secure across the whole thing. Now what you should have is a package like this. Significant weight, I think 400 grams per can. So I mean, you're only looking at about, not too much, but it will do the job. And you've got this handle here, and if that's on the outside of your hands, we're going to be using that for some dumbbell press. So I'm going to make the other one and then we will obviously get working with them. Okay, so we're going to start with a 1 minute just jogging on the spot. If you're in a room, you can do laps around your room. If you're in your garden, do laps around your garden. Completely up to you. For me personally, I'm just going to do 1 minute jogging on the spot. So I've got a 1 minute timer here and we're going to start. So this part you can now start to follow along. There'll be very minimal cuts in this video so that hopefully all of my rest times when I'm resting, you guys are resting as well. And that's how I'm hoping that it will work out. So I'm going to do a 1 minute timer and I'm going to be doing this warm up with you. And then when the 1 minute's finished, I'll tell you when to stop and we can move on to the next part of the workout. So 1 minute warm up, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Just 1 minute, light jogging on the spot. Just getting the heart rate up, getting the blood flowing around your body. Just very light, nothing intense yet. And I'm always going to recommend that we start with a warm up. "30 seconds left, so you're halfway. Keep it going, last 20 seconds. Get those arms moving, keep the arms moving. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Shake it out. Okay, so that was a 1 minute warm up. Now what we're going to be doing is some shoulder mobility. So when we're training chest, shoulders come into play and they are the most likely part of your body to get injured when you're training anything to upper chest and training your shoulders, any kind of pushing movements. So first one we're going to be starting with is just some simple shoulder rotations, but we're going to be coming 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. We're going to be coming up, really stretching out, and then when we come forward we're going to dip our chest forward and roll our hands forward. So the hands are going to come like this, so you're going to come out, really stretch out, and then in. So I'm going to do that again from this side, come out and in. You're really going to roll your chest over and in. So we're going to do that real quick, just for about 20 to 30 seconds, really getting that stretch, really pushing your arms as far back as possible, taking your hands all the way over, like you're doing a butterfly in a swim stroke. And just keep it going. Now you really want to just kind of focus on your shoulders here, trying to keep your core fairly tight to kind of minimize the movement with your upper body and just completely isolate the shoulders. Gonna go for another 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Just shake that out real quick, and we're going to be moving on. So the next one we're going to be doing, hands facing like this, so thumbs up in the air. And what we're going to be doing, we're going to be bringing one arm in the air, and then we're going to be alternating it. And when we're doing this, keeping that core nice and tight, so we're not arching our back like this, trying to stay as straight as possible. We're going to be taking this arm up, and you should feel it really stretching here, kind of flexing more. And then this arm is going to be pushing back, and same again, going to be stretching there. So we're going to come up, and you want to just stretch. And we're going to do this again for another 30 seconds. So just keep it going. And you really want to, at the top of the movement, really stretch it. So try and drive your hands as far back as possible, keeping the thumbs facing upwards. And this is just going to help to prevent any injuries while we start to train. Especially if you're new to training, is what we really want to be focusing on. Mobility is one of the biggest things. When I first started training, I was very poor in it. I never really did mobility, and I learnt my lesson. So just gonna go another 5 seconds. 1, and relax. Shake that out again. Next one we're going to be doing, we're going to have both hands coming upright like this at the top of the movement. So when it's above our head, we're going to turn our hands out and then we're going to bring them down. So we're going to be coming up, hands facing forwards, over our head, rotate our hands outwards and then push them down. Okay, so the hands are coming down like that, we're going up like this, rotating and down like that. So we're going to do that one again, same again, about 30 to 40 seconds of it. So we're going to start, and again, keeping that core nice and tight, not arching your back way over like this. This one you should start to feel some kind of warmth / blood flow in your shoulders from doing all this, and that's completely normal. That's what we want really. Keep it going, we've got another about 20 seconds left. Make sure you're going all the way up, really squeezing at the top, rotating the hands out and then coming back down, nice and controlled. Don't do it too quickly. Another 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Same again. Shake that out, and then we're going to be moving on to some banded work. Okay, so we're moving on to the banded parts of the warm-up. What you're going to want is something elastic. If you can't find something elastic, a towel will do, quite a wide one. You want to be able to get your arms straight, about just slightly wider than shoulder width. But if you have a band, this is going to be optimal for you. Now the first one we're going to be doing, you're going to keep this arm very slightly bent and this arm completely locked down, and we're just going to be taking the arm up over your head. So we're going to be coming up, and that's it. So we're not doing any of this. It's literally this arm stays completely locked, and you come up over the head and then back down. And we're just going to do this about 30 seconds each arm. You can, if you've got the mobility, start to go slightly further behind your head, but if not, just take it above your head and back down in front of you. For me personally, I have quite poor mobility, and this is something that I'm trying to get you all to avoid by starting mobility now. So yeah, I'm leading by example. And you should start to feel kind of burn in this one. You want a fairly simple elastic, or with the towel, just hold it at a good distance that puts a bit of stress on your shoulder. And we're going to stop there with that side. Same again, slight bend in the arm, straight arm down by your side, checking it up over your head. I'm just going to do this, same again, 30 seconds. Now the reason that we're doing the warm-ups is because what we're going to get the blood flowing into the muscles and prevent them from obviously any unnecessary damage. Because if you just jump straight into a workout with cold muscles, it's literally, you can snap the muscle essentially, because that's how cold objects work versus warm objects. So that's why we're warming up. And we're going to stop there with that side, and then we've just got one more banded movement. We're going to take the band or the towel, up to you, and we're going to stretch it out, and we're just going to be taking it up over our head and then back. Now with this one, same again, if you've got the mobility for it, you can take it up and all the way back past your head. But I don't want anyone to stress it. Don't force it back past your head. You'll cause impingements in your shoulder, also known as injuries, and that's not what we want. We want to be preventing them and just kind of stretching it out. So take it up over your head, just kind of pulse it above your head and then come back in front. And you want to keep that band nice and tight throughout the whole movement, so you're not just coming and relaxing in front. So same again, we're going to do about 30 seconds of this. And this one you should feel a nice stretch in your shoulders as well. Obviously get it as far back as you can, but without putting any unnecessary stress on your shoulders. And keep that core nice and tight, so we don't want to be completely rounding the upper body again like we've been doing with some of the other movements. I'm going to go another 10 seconds. Obviously for any of these, if you feel like you need a bit more warming up, feel free to do them for longer, pause the video and come back to it. But these timings should be okay. We're just going to go 3, 2, 1 and relax on that. Good job. So hopefully you will be feeling kind of nice and warm in the shoulders. You just have a little bit of blood flow, and that is going to prevent any injuries when we're working out. So we're going to jump straight into it, and we're going to be starting with some variations of push-ups. So let me show you the basic push-up form and then what we're going to be doing with it. Okay, so the basic push-up form. I'm going to teach you how to do a basic push-up. I'm sure most of you are going to know this, but for those who don't, we obviously have to start right at the beginning. Now, we've got 3 different ways, or we've got so many different variations of a push-up, probably over 30, but the very basic ones, the 2 fundamentals that I'm going to show you, is the kneeling push-up and then obviously the normal push-up. So the kneeling one is for those who can't do the normal one like easy enough, and you're gonna obviously want to take a bit of stress off of your chest because you just don't have the strength there, but the strength will come. So with the kneeling push-up, you're gonna be on your knees. You're trying to keep your body as level as possible, so we're not gonna be like this. You want to keep your body as level as possible, shoulders over your hands. You're just gonna go down to about 1 inch away from the floor and then back up. I'm going to go down again and then back up, and that is going to be the kneeling press up form. Now if that's too easy for you, obviously we're going to move on to the normal press up form, and that is going to be, you take your knees off the floor and we're going to be going obviously down and then back up, taking your body to about 1 inch away from the floor, making sure your shoulders are over your hands and your hands are slightly wider than shoulder width, not too far out. So you don't want to be way out here. That's going to make it significantly harder and completely terrible form. But you don't want to be way in here. Same again, that's going to be completely terrible form. Obviously it's also going to be hitting a different muscle. It's going to be focusing on the triceps, which we will be hitting later on in the week. Today we want to focus on the chest. So we're going to be about here, very slightly wider than shoulder width. And that's how we're going to be doing our press ups. I'm just going to demonstrate that again before we get into the workout. So we're just going to be hands slightly wider than shoulder width, go down 1 inch from the floor and then press back up, okay? And we're not going to be doing any of this or any of this, just going to keep our body as level as possible. So the first exercise that we're going to be doing, we're going to be using those press ups, but for those who want to make it a bit harder, we've got a few options. You can put your feet onto an object like this. So if you've got your sofa, you put your feet up there and then you're going to be doing press ups, same again, like that. That's going to make it quite significantly harder. If not, you just stick with the 2 ones that we've just seen, or you can get a bag, like a backpack, fill it with some books, some water, like some water bottles, whatever, and put that on. If you've got a small child, put them on your back. I'm joking, don't do that. But you can kind of use objects in and around your house to make the workout harder. So the way that we're going to be doing this specifically to increase the intensity of just a simple push-up, is we're going to be doing it to tempos. So the first workout that we're going to be doing is we're going to be just doing 4 sets of press-ups. Now the press-up tempos that we're going to be doing, we're going to be going down. I'm going to be doing these in normal press-up just for demonstration. We're going to be going down, 3-second hold at the bottom, 1, 2, 3, back up and then straight back down, 1, 2, 3, and back up. And that hold, let me explain it to you. So we're going to be an inch away from the floor, and when we're holding, we're not just relaxed, we're going to be pushing up very slightly. So you're going to be pushing to a point where you're putting tension on your chest, but you're not moving your body. So your body isn't moving up, but you're just pushing away from the floor very slowly. If you can't get the concept of just pushing and not moving, just push, but very, very slightly move up. So you're pushing just enough to keep your body very slightly moving up, but not enough to get you all the way to the top. And that's how we're going to be doing for those whole 3 seconds. So without further ado, I'm going to get straight into that set. So this first set, we're going to go for 12 reps, okay? So 12 reps, it means we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 12 of press ups. 3-second rest in between. So let's go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So go down, 1, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, and remember, pushing through the floor this whole time. Down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3. We're going to do 2 more. Up, down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, and up. And just relax there. We're going to take a 40-second rest. So this rest, I'm just going to put it on the timer. We're taking 40 seconds. So hopefully you're getting the concept of that slight push throughout the movement, and you should start to feel a bit of blood in your chest if you're doing this right. If that's too easy for you, feel free to put your feet on a sofa. I'm going to do that for the next set to demonstrate, but it will be significantly harder. And we're going to be 10 seconds left on this rest, and then we're going to be moving on to the second set. So get ready, starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So significantly harder this time. Down, 2, 3, up, 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 down, 2, 3. We're halfway. Up, down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3. We've got 2 more. Up, down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, and up. That was 12. I believe that was 12, if I counted right. We're doing the same again, 40-second rest. Now you should, if you're doing this right, be feeling a significant more amount of blood flow in your chest from that second round. Following my timings and following that rule of pushing up very slightly, this is hopefully going to make the press ups significantly more effective for you. We've got halfway through this rest, we've got another 20 seconds. So we've got 2 more rounds of this. So by the 4th round, hopefully you'll be in a significant amount of pain as well. So get ready, we're doing 3rd round, starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Doing the same again, more difficult version. Go down, 2, 3, up, 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 down, 2, 3, up. We're halfway. Down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, 2 more, up, down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, and up. That was 12. Again, it should be progressively getting harder. For me personally, I'm feeling that quite a bit, but we do have one more round. So if you've started with your feet up there and you're now feeling it, you can take your feet to the floor, or you can power through as many reps of this next round with your feet up there and then drop your feet down. We've got 30 seconds left of this rest. You should be feeling it, and hopefully you shouldn't have any pain in your shoulders, provided you've done that warm up correctly, and you will hopefully feel this a lot tomorrow as well. We've got 10 seconds left in this rest. Get ready. So it's going to be the last round in this exercise. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Same again. Down, 2, 3, and up. Down, 2, 3, up, 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 down, 2, 3, up. I'm taking my feet to the floor. Down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, and last one, up, down, 2, 3, up. So, as you saw, I got far into that round and then I had to drop my feet to the floor, because for me personally, I wanted to get those reps done and I didn't want to just fail and just quit the round. So we've done that now. I'm going to put 40 seconds on the timer and then we'll be moving on to the second exercise. Here are the finished products. So what we've got, literally four cans in a plastic bag with the handle still available for use. If you don't have the cans, you can fill some bottles of water, same again, wrap it in a bag. You could get a rucksack, you could do the same. Obviously you probably wouldn't want to tape up a backpack, but whatever you kind of have available you can use. I will hopefully figure out some other ways to make weights and apply them to the workout, but for today we've got 2 very simple dumbbells with handles that are going to work and not be too uncomfortable for you. So now what we're going to be doing, we're going to be lying straight on the floor, back flat on the floor, feet flat on the floor as well, and these are just going to be on either side of your hands. You're going to be going up and you're going to be pressing, but you're not taking your hands together. So we're keeping our hands nice and wide, so I'm going to rotate a bit so you can see. We're taking our hands to there, and we go down to the floor and then back up, down and up. And you really want to focus on squeezing your chest at the top, but keeping your hands apart. If you can't get the squeeze while your hands are apart, then obviously you can take them together if you really need to, but ideally you want to keep your hands apart. So you're going to go up, squeeze, and then back down, and you're going to come down, get your elbows just slightly touch the floor, and then come back up and hold. We're going to hold for 2 seconds at the bottom, and then we're going to come back up, press, and then back down, 2-second hold. Now hopefully you should feel this quite a bit, even though the weight isn't quite there. Using the tempos and the superset that we're going to do, you should feel this quite significantly. So in terms of the superset, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be doing 12 reps as I've just shown you, and then we're going to still hold on to these, but we're going to be doing 12 reps, taking arms out to the side, and these are called dumbbell flies, and we're going to take it out and then back in. Now, with these, very slight bend in the arms. So arms are gonna stay like this. We're gonna come out, and you'll feel a nice stretch across your chest, and then we're gonna come back in, and we're gonna come out, and then in. And same again, we're not coming all the way together with our hands. Actually, we will come together with our hands. It's a bit easier to feel it. We come all the way together with our hands, and we're gonna get a nice squeeze in the chest, and then we'll come back out and in. And obviously, the straighter you keep your arms, the harder it's gonna be. We do want to try and have a very slight bend in the arms throughout the movement then. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna jump straight into it. We're gonna do 12 reps and 12 reps. If you're doing this correctly, following the timings, you should get a fairly decent activation from this. So we're gonna start from here, and we're gonna be doing 12 reps. We're gonna come up, press, slowly down, 1, 2, and we're gonna hold 2 seconds at the bottom, 1, 2, and then 1 second up, 1, 2, on the way down, 2 second hold, 1, 2, that's 2, up, down, 2, 1, 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 2, and last one, up, down, 2, 1, 2. Now straight away, hands are kind of come inwards, so palms are facing each other, still holding onto the dumbbells. Very slight bend in the elbows. We're going to go all the way out, feel a stretch across the chest, and then back in. So we're just going to go 1, 2 on the way down, and then straight back up, 1, 2 on the way up, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and you're really focusing on this squeeze at the top. Focus on your chest. You really want to be thinking about the muscle. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and getting that stretch all the way at the bottom. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and last one. 1, 2, all the way down, nice and slow. Control it down. Just feel a stretch. We're going to pause for a bit at the bottom. Just don't let your arms touch the floor. Feel a nice stretch across your chest, and then we'll come back up. 1, 2, and relax. Take them down to the floor, and we're going to do a quick 40-second rest here before we do another set. Now, if you've created that weight to fit you well, you should be feeling that quite well in your chest. For me personally, these are fairly light, but combined with obviously the press ups that we've just done, you should be feeling them. I would recommend these 4 cans for a beginner. Definitely probably easier to get the weight in with water, because obviously per litre of water is going to be 1 kilo. So if you get about 3 litre bottles, you're going to have 3 kilos each hand, and it will just feel heavier. But that is the 40-second rest done. So we can jump straight back into another set. So you're going to grab them. Same again, we're doing 12 reps. So we're going to go up, 1, and then we're going to come down 2 seconds, hold 2 seconds at the bottom, and then we're going to come up, 1, 2, 1, 2, up, 1, 2, 1, 2, up, 1, 2, 1, 2, up. And remember, the 1, 2 at the bottom, we're slightly pushing up again, just like the press ups. 1, 2, push, 1, 2, 1, 2, up, down, 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 2, 1, 2. We're going to do 2 more, up, down, 2, 1, 2, up, down, 2, 1, 2, and then straight away palms facing each other, and we're going out 2 seconds, up 2 seconds. So down, feel that stretch across your chest, 2, and then up, 2, down, 2, up, 2, down, 2, up, 2, and you should start to feel this in your chest now. 2, up, 2, down, 2, up, 2, down, 2, up, 2, down, 2, up, 2, and if you're really focused on this stretch and squeeze, you should start to feel it no matter what weight you're using. 2, down, 2, up, 2, down, 2, up, 2. We're doing one more here. 1, 2, 1, 2, and relax. Good job. So that was round 2. We've got 2 more rounds. We're going to put a 40-second rest on again before we move on to the final exercise in this workout. You should be feeling it from these, but definitely I'm going to recommend invest in some dumbbells because these will not last forever. You will very quickly outgrow the strength on these, but we're going to make use of these as much as possible using the timings and stuff that I'm going to set to obviously increase the intensity of the workout. So we've got 10 seconds left here in this rest, because I mean, for me personally, I am getting activation for these. So if I'm getting activation, you should be getting activation as well. So we're going to finish that rest there, and we're jumping straight back in to another set. So same again, when we're at this bottom, pushing up very slightly, just like we were doing with the press up, very slight push, and then we're going to push up. So when we're doing this 2-second hold at the bottom, we're pushing very slightly. So we're going to start at the top, and we're going down. 1, 2, hold, 2, up, and then we're going to go down, 2, hold, 2, up, 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 2 more, down, 2, hold, 2, up, down, 2, hold, 2, and up. Good. Straight away from there, palms facing each other, down, 2, up, 2, down, 2, up, 2, down, 2, up, 2, down, 2, up, 2, and really getting this stretch, down, 2, up, 2, and getting this squeeze at the top, down, 2, up, 2, down, 2, up, 2, down, 2, up, 2, and then last one, we're going to hold it at the top, at the stretch, really stretch, straighten your arms a bit if you need to, really get that stretch across your chest, and then very slowly start to bring it up and into the middle, get that squeeze, and then relax. So that was round 3. I've been on another 40-second timer before we move on to the last round. So I personally have got quite a fairly good pump, surprisingly. I'm quite surprised at the impact these homemade dumbbells are having. So yeah, if your parents are okay with this, don't disassemble these, keep these, because we will definitely be using them in more of the workouts to come, because they are surprisingly effective. But we will obviously increase the weight. I'm going to recommend you invest in some bands, so some elastic bands, well, not directly elastic bands, but bands, you can get them off Amazon, and they're going to help us a lot as we move on through our workouts. So last round, same again, 12 by 12, push in very slowly from the bottom, and then we're going to go up, squeeze the top, and then back down. So we're going to go, start from the top, down, 2, hold, 2, up, 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 and we're going to go for one more, down, 2, hold, 2, up. Straight away onto that second movement, palms facing each other, getting a slight bend in your elbows, feeling that stretch across your chest, and squeezing at the top. Down, 2, up, 2, 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 last 2, down, 2, up, 2, last one. Feel that stretch. We're going to pause at the bottom, get that stretch across your chest, breathe out, and then we're going to push all the way up and get that squeeze. And that's the end of that. So that's the end of the dumbbell press superset with dumbbell flies, and we're going to be moving on to the last exercise here. So you're going to have a 1 to 2 minute break, or rest, get some water, whatever you need to do, catch your breath, and then we're going to be moving on to this second exercise here. Now the last exercise that we're going to be doing in this workout, you should be feeling fairly good after the end of the last two that we've just done, but the last one we're going to be doing is same again as the first one, but a slight variant. So we're going to be doing it, instead of having our feet on the sofa, we're going to be having our hands on the sofa. You want your hands fairly close together, so you're going to put like that, or just kind of next to each other, completely up to you, but you want them fairly close. They're going to be just on the edge of the sofa. We're going to be fairly far away with our feet. We're just going to be going down and then up. And with this one, we're going to keep our elbows quite flared, so you're going to be pushing out, elbows in, well, quite far out, and then pushing. And at the top, you want to be driving your chest up and away, and that should be able to give you a nice contraction in your chest and really activate your chest. So we're going to do 4 rounds of this, same again, we're going to aim for about 15 reps this time per round, same again, 40-second rest in between. So I'm going to set that, get that rest there, and then we're going to start each round 40 seconds, 15 reps. So hands fairly close, feet fairly far away, and then we're going to go down and up. And we're going to do this kind of at your own time. This is just a burnout, just really getting on that squeeze at the top of the movement. So I'm on number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So that's that one. That was round 1. Let me get this timer. So yeah, you should just be kind of doing this in your own time, not rushing each set too much, but really getting that squeeze at the top and then going straight back down. It's not really a matter of controlling this one. What we want to be doing now is just kind of burning out the muscle after the 2 exercises that we've just done. So we've got 20 seconds left here on this rest. Hopefully you're all enjoying this workout as much as I am. It's actually surprisingly effective. If you're watching this and you're not training and you're just thinking, I'll do this later, be prepared. It is a great workout. So we've got 3 seconds left here. So get ready. Second round. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So we're only going for 15 reps per round. Then we get this timer on. Same again, 40-second timer. Obviously with this one, if it's too hard on your feet, drop to your knees. So you're just going to be doing the same thing, but on your knees. And that will make it significantly easier for you. So you've got another 20 seconds left of this rest. So definitely invest in some bands, some things like these bands. They're going to really help you with obviously our future workouts, and try to invest in some dumbbells, but we can be using these for now. So same again, third round, almost finished, 15 reps, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And relax. It's 15 reps. We've got one more round, almost done. If you've made it this far, you're doing great. And hopefully you're enjoying it. But I mean, if I'm finding this strenuous, you should be too. If you're a beginner, this should be more than perfect for you. And if you're a bit more advanced, this is also going to work for you, but you will know you might want to add some weight, make the press ups a bit harder, completely up to you. So we've got 10 seconds left here of this rest, and we're going to do the last round. Okay, so last round here, 15 reps. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that is that. So that is the first of the James Campbell Collective series chest workout. You should be able to refer back to this if you need to, and I very much look forward to tomorrow's 9 in the morning live stream and tomorrow's workout session. So I've been James, as you know. If you put this on social media, say you take a picture while you're training, feel free to tag us. Our Instagram is jamescampbell.collective. Use the hashtag JCC or hashtag James Campbell Collective, and we will obviously reply to any comments. Let me know in the comments what you thought. DM us on Instagram, give us your opinions. What would you like to see? How could we make this easier for you? And hopefully we will see you all here tomorrow and for the weeks to come. So I've been James, and see ya.